Okay, so we're at like an hour on the recording. Hang on, what am I doing here? This is gonna be weird, but it's okay. I don't think there was any place super crazy in Heisenberg that I was like, oh, this is the best place ever. Heisenberg 3 alright? Oh, it doesn't have like any life, but it's livable. Well, let's just go in the mountains. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Sorry, I was like just watching like Steven Vlog. Which is pretty nice. There was like, oh my god. If you haven't watched, you should go watch Steven Vlog. They moved into a house last year, and they have an insane story about it. They also had an update to that story. It was like crazy. Oh, was there any like? I guess that there's not anybody. Like, this is a completely like frontier, uninhabited system, which is a shame because like I think I'm gonna forget, but I need to go and pick up stuff. I also need to go and like go back to Eridani and, you know, like do all that stuff, which I gotta admit, like, it's a really good thing that I'm remembering that. But yeah. Also, hang on. Wait a minute. I just tap shift to go to run? Okay. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I still have the freaking tint to take off. It's like... Yeah, I don't even know, dude. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, I think I got distracted last time and I just remembered. The reason I was talking about the crates. Like, hey, I wanted to do little modular crates and I made them 1.5 feet cubed. 18 inches cubed. And I might make a smaller one. We'll definitely make a bigger one. But, and you know, it'll be like 18 inch by 18 inch by 36. Probably one that's, I don't know, 9 by 18 by 18 or something, or whatever. And the reason it's 1.5 feet instead of 2 feet, is... the reason is because if you take an 8-foot beam and cut it into 4 equal sections, you're not going to get 2 feet. And if you try cutting it into 2 feet pieces, you get 3 2-foot pieces, and then one that's like 1.8 feet or 1.9 feet or whatever. And that's no good. So this way I can get, I can actually get 5 of the pieces, and yeah, I can get 5 of the pieces and an extra like 6-inch piece, or like 5.5 or 5 3/4 inch piece, which I don't know what I will do with, but I'll figure something out, because I'll probably have a few of them by the end of the crate making saga. I gotta ask. I don't know. So many things in life that need to happen in 2026. Amphibious thicket. Lovely. I don't want to drag this on too long. Do I have 15? Do I have 1,500 meters of conversation? I don't know. I do need to... Well, I don't know. You know, I mentioned before that, like... What else was it? Oh, I've just been thinking about the Fallout show. I think last time I talked about it, I was like, hey, Fallout show cool. Is done now. Or, like, Season 2 is done now. I've watched it. It was great. But, like... Man, it's one of these things where, like, subtlety or nuance can't exist on the internet. It's like... I was mentioning with Pokemon Legends how it's like... you know, like... I like Pokemon Legends EA, but it's not, like, the best game ever. Legends Arceus kind of felt like it was, like... this super awesome experience and a great step forward for Pokemon. And I was just hoping that Legends EA would feel that same sort of way. And, like, you know, it's not... Again, it's good, and I like the sort of vibe and the things they're trying to do. But... like, the battle system... Man, I mean, like... I don't know, people were like, oh, no, Pokemon Legends EA isn't, you know, super janky. And I'm like, have you played it? Look, it's not terrible, but, like... Oh, look, you can have Pokemon run around during the battle. But, like, it's all up to the AI. It's all up to, you know, you have no control over that. And sometimes, like, your Pokemon, you're like, go attack this thing, and they get caught on a branch or something, or they get caught on, like, a roof, and it's like... They don't have an animation for, like, jumping roof ledges, or jumping up ledges, which the player has an animation for, which is insane, right? And, like... people point out that, like, a lot of the buildings have fake windows and fake, what's the word? Verandas? Not verandas. Balconies. Have, like, fake balconies, and they're just really detailed normal maps, and it's like, I mean, that's... I don't know. It's like... I don't know. It's pretty silly. It's kind of like, really? This is the fidelity standards? Like, I am not somebody who's like, oh, fidelity is super important. In fact, I'm like, I would prefer gameplay over fidelity. And that is kind of the case, but it's also like, this is a AAA game. There are standards. And, like, this should not be... It should not be a problem. This should not be the solution to the problem you have, if this is a problem at all. I mean, it could be a few things, right? But, like, that's, like... It is silly, but it's not a big deal, even remotely. Fallout show is the same kind of way where, like, Season 2 finale was good, it had some great moments, but it also really felt like it was a setup for Season 3, you know? Which isn't bad, but, like, it was definitely more than... It was definitely more than, like, the Season 1 finale. The Season 1 finale, like... Yeah, it's like, hey, Lucy and the Ghoul have this story ahead of them. Max has this story ahead of him. But, like, we've kind of basically wrapped up the main... Like, wrapped up a lot of the narrative beats here. I don't know, maybe it's more presentation, because honestly it's like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, we have to see. And also a problem with Fallout show, and I think, like, really, like, the sense of, like, where is everybody? Where are they going? You know? It's kind of silly, because it's like, I don't know. There's the whole Shady Sands thing, which I think, like, Shady Sands was in a location in Fallout 1. It was like, Shady Sands was in, like, the middle of nowhere, like between Reno and Vegas on Nevada, on the Nevada side of the California-Nevada border. And then I think it did move more into California in Fallout 2, but I haven't seen the map, so I don't know 100%. But that is a thing to consider, right? Then Fallout, then in the Fallout show, the Shady Sands is in LA, and it's like, that's, man, it's just silly. And there's a lot of things I'm sure I've mentioned, like, they could have, it didn't have to be Shady Sands to have the same sort of impact, narrative impact, lore impact, is like sort of shattering the NCR, if that's really what happened. But yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. There's like, and I liked the Fallout show, and I'm excited for season 3, but just like, you know, there are some things that's like, yeah, I gotta just be like, hey, this is kind of weird, or like, I didn't like this about this. Same with Pokemon, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Not much else to say. Hopefully, I'm recording this on a Tuesday. I'm probably not gonna edit a lot of it. I'm gonna probably be dead tired. But yeah, so hopefully I'll record more on Thursday. We'll see, though. I'll let you know, probably. If I don't, then, well, yeah. Until next time, have a good day. Great day, even. Chowskis.